What's up, everyone? Welcome back to MMA Camp. Today, we're diving straight into the fiery saga of Garry, calling out Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman, before landing a high-stakes showdown against Shavkat Rakhmonov at UFC 310. According to The Future, Garry was originally slated to face Joaquin Buckley in Tampa, but behind the scenes, Garry had his sights locked on either Colby Covington or Kamaru Usman. And guess what? Neither one wanted to step up. On Monday, Garry spilled the tea during his appearance on the Ariel Helwani show. "I had many back-to-back conversations with the UFC, through me, my agents, and multiple contacts with the matchmakers. Initially, the goal was to line up a fight with Colby Covington. It's no secret that he's been running. Then they looked at Kamaru Usman. The words I heard from the UFC were, Kamaru Usman wants nothing to do with you, meaning he's just running as well. Now, Garry stands on the brink of shaking up the division as he prepares to take on Shavkat Rakhmonov at the UFC's blockbuster year-end pay-per-view event. With 3 consecutive decision wins under his belt, Garry is setting his sights on delivering an electrifying early finish in Vegas. You know what I'd love? Here's my ideal scenario. I go out there on December 7th, take out Shavkat early, come out unscathed and uninjured, and get on the mic. Then I'd say, hey, I could wait until next year for Belal Muhammad. Or, Dana and Hunter, I could walk down to Florida and beat the bollocks out of Colby Covington for 25 minutes to prove how good I am. That would be ideal. I'd love to beat Shavkat, then fight as the main event in Tampa the following week, bury Colby Covington, and leave him done in the octagon, never to be seen again. Many fans had anticipated Kamaru Usman would be the one to step up and face Shavkat Rakhmonov before the UFC locked in Garry for the short-notice showdown. Instead, the former champ has come under fire, with critics accusing him of dodging the matchup. On the latest episode of the Pound for Pound show, Usman hit back.
I'm seeing online people go, oh, you scared? You duck him? You ducked him? You scared? You scared? I'm like, what? What? Exactly. I'm like, wait, what? This is the same sentiment that I feel like people are doing to Jon Jones. It's just like when people where you're fans or fans of a fighter don't get their desired wish that they want, that's the fight I want. Then it's like, oh no, that guy must be scared because he didn't take the fight. Like, guys, shut up. Shut up. Yeah. We step in there each and every time. I have 25 or 22 or 25 fights. I don't know how many fights, but you think everyone, oh, you scared? Yeah, okay. World champion and defending belts time and time again. Oh, he's scared. Yeah, shut up. Just because you didn't get what you wanted. Guess what? It's like your mom telling you, no, you can't have that toy today. You know, you can't have that toy, so shut your mouth. Instead, we got a banging fight. We've got Shavkat Rakhmonov taking on Garry.
Sterling and Evloev sound off on Prelim Snub. Despite being a former champion, Aljamain Sterling finds himself relegated to the prelims for his clash with Movsar Evloev, a fight with massive implications for the next featherweight title shot. In a YouTube video, Sterling didn't hold back as he shared his reaction.
I was a little confused by it, of course. I guess they have their rhyme or reason for what they do, the UFC brass, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's not my organization. I don't call the shots, I just go out there and compete, and it's up to me to go out there and prove these guys wrong that, hey, we are and I am a main card fighter. I think people are going to be in for a very big surprise, and the UFC is going to realize we messed up big time by not putting this on the main card.
Evloev chimed in with his thoughts on social media. Guys, my fight will be broadcast on ESPN. Way more people will watch it than on pay-per-view. I don't care if I'm the first fight of the night, I get paid the same. My whole life, I've worked hard for everything. Nothing was ever handed to me. The victor of their bout is likely to enter the title picture following Alexander Volkanovski's rematch with Ilia Topuria. However, with Diego Lopez lurking as a serious threat, the winner might have to face him first to cement their spot as the #1 contender. Dricus du Plessis fires back at Chimaev. Dricus du Plessis offered a cryptic response to a tweet from Khamzat Chimaev, who tagged the South African fighter alongside a photo of a grinning man. Though the message's intent remains vague, one thing is clear. Du Plessis seems more than ready to take on Chimaev. Nick Diaz and Mayhem Miller, a surprising show of support. Nick Diaz, the fan-favorite fighter, is rumored to be battling addiction. In a surprising twist, Mayhem Miller, who famously clashed with Diaz's team in a Strikeforce brawl, has stepped forward to offer his support. In an interview with Helen Yee, Miller opened up, saying, "We all saw what we saw. I won't dwell on it, but people in Nick's life need to step up. Anyone who made money off him should help. We had our beef, but that doesn't stop me from offering a helping hand. If he needs it and he's not ready to take a helping hand, then y'all need to stay on him, the people close to him, his brother, his family, friends, all the young guys who made money off him. He needs you now. That's not talking bad on him. It's just the truth. This is a tough sport and it's easy to get caught up in the wrong things. Super easy. And it's even harder to come out of that. So my advice isn't for him, it's for the people around him. Help him get to a better place in his life. Miller has been very open about his own struggles with addiction and mental health, alongside a string of high-profile arrests throughout his career and into retirement. He even served time in prison, but it appears he's been turning things around and doing better as of late. Jorge Masvidal teases a comeback to the UFC. Dana White had previously hinted that the UFC probably wouldn't bring back Jorge Masvidal or Tyron Woodley, but now it looks like Masvidal, the original BMF, is gearing up for a dramatic return in 2024. During an appearance on the Fight Back podcast, Masvidal shared,
I'll be back April next year in the UFC. Yes, sir. We don't have the opponent yet. Yes, sir. Hopefully by December we got the opponent, and April, Miami card.
That's awesome.
Although the UFC hasn't officially announced a Miami card, it only makes sense to leverage Masvidal's massive hometown following. With Leon Edwards expected to headline the London event in March, a showdown with Edwards seems off the table. It'll be fascinating to see who the UFC matches up against Masvidal for his return. The last time Masvidal fought was in 2023, where he took a devastating fourth straight loss and retired in front of his hometown crowd. But after some time away, he's looking more than ready to make his comeback to the octagon. Ciryl Gane hails Jon Jones as the GOAT. While there's still plenty of debate about whether Jon Jones is the current pound-for-pound king, Ciryl Gane has no doubt that Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. During his appearance on the Ariel Helwani show, Gane took a moment to reflect on Jones's stunning spinning back kick knockout of Stipe Miocic. Jon Jones is the GOAT, so it was perfectly normal to have this kind of result. Stipe is a beautiful fighter, one of the best in the division, but Jon Jones is the real GOAT. He's so smart in the fight and knows exactly what to do. Despite Dana White's apparent lack of interest in booking a fight between Jon Jones and Alex Pereira, Gane didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on potential matchups. I'm gonna say Tom because he's more well-rounded, but with a guy like Alex Pereira who's so dangerous in striking, anything is possible. That's too hard to have the good answer. If the UFC doesn't set up Aspinall versus Jones, a showdown with Pereira could actually become a reality, depending on how the negotiations play out. Belal Muhammad weighs in on Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian Garry. Belal Muhammad was initially set to defend his title against Shavkat Rakhmonov, but now, with Rakhmonov set to face Ian Garry in the co-main event, Muhammad is likely to meet the winner in his next fight. In a social media post, Muhammad shared his thoughts. These last 6 weeks, I've been watching a lot of tape and studying both guys. My official, unbiased breakdown, I break both of them. Muhammad also gave fans an update on his health. We are officially cleared to start working out again. He plans to be at Saturday's fight in Las Vegas. It's still unclear whether the UFC will bring him into the cage afterward to amp up the hype for his title bout next year. Dana White faces backlash over Power Slap giveaway. Dana White's latest promotional stunt for Power Slap, a giveaway of a McLaren 600 LT Spider, has ignited fury among fans. White took to Twitter to announce, Jelly Bean is giving away this McLaren 600 LT Spider for free. All you have to do is watch Power Slap this Friday, December 6th, live and free on Rumble. Check out the links in our bios to enter.
Everybody says that I don't care about my cars. Well, you're right. That's why I'm giving away this McLaren 600 LT at Power Slap for free. Check out the links in our bios on how to enter.
The MMA community quickly slammed White, criticizing him for using an OnlyFans model to promote the event. Power slapped down bad if they're resorting to this type of advertising. This is pretty Munich what it takes to get people to watch Power Slap. The fans already can't stand Nina Drama Now UWI and downgraded to this OnlyFans trash bag. Who do you have in store for us next? Delete this. This is a big L. I don't miss a single UFC PPV, but never watching Power Slap. Don't even dare use these of women for advertising UFC PPV. I watch every UFC and every video of you gambling, but I won't watch Power Slap. Not my thing. I say move on to your next creative idea. We're here waiting to see what's next. Power Slap must be doing big numbers for you to be bribing with a Super R and this of, Dennis, she's a girl that's using you to market to other men. She's making more off this transaction than you are. Dana White out here trying to thirst trap people into watching Power Slap.